Going over to the Cultural Report podcast, you have the University of Michigan hiding their DEI and also apparently spending $13.7 million on DEI payroll in a single year, which is a pretty penny, and a contributing factor of why out-of-state tuition is $60,000 a year. Jeez Louise. I thought it was expensive when I thought about it when I was in high school. Out-of-state was like $52,000 per year. And Iowa was a lot better, and they gave me a scholarship. So go Iowa Hawkeyes because, yeah, much better ROI. Now, this comes to us thanks to End Wokeness, in which he says, quote, University of Michigan caught rebranding their DEI team to, quote, community culture to outsmart Trump executive's order, take away their funding, which, yeah, the fact they have federal funding, I mean, most of these universities have billion-dollar endowments. University of Michigan is a premium school. They charge a premium price. Do they really need funding? Again, $60,000 per out-of-state student? Really? Jeez Louise. Now, here you see before the ban. And, I don't know, it also shows lazy web development. They literally just deleted, like, the paragraph. So, they called contact the DEI team. It was a home diversity. It says, share an idea. If you are concerned about diversity, equity, or inclusion that impacts University of Michigan School of Nursing community, or just want to share your idea about support, you can contact Hala Darwish, the assistant dean for the community culture directly, or submit our ideas to DEI suggestion box. If you'd rather remain anonymous, you can, but have something to say, you can call 1-800-SUN-TALK and leave a message. I don't know why they name it that, SON Talk. They're not your dad. Weird. Now you see the first gal is Hala Darwish. He's assistant dean for community culture. Then have Patricia Coleman Burns. No relation to Mr. Burns from The Simpsons, I don't think. Her job title was DEI Strategic Planning Co-Lead. Sounds fancy. Now Darwish is called assistant dean for community culture, but Patricia, she named Strategic Planning Co-Lead. So they literally just deleted the one word and the share the idea part, which pretty lazy. And yeah, I don't think Trump's going to fall for that, especially because, again, they still have jobs there. And this didn't go as far as I thought. Maybe it's because everyone's normalized and comes to the conclusion that, yeah, it's university, they probably already have it, which, yeah, it's kind of the de facto culture there. But it only got about 100,000 views, as well as 76,000 likes. Now, again, this is, End Wokeness says this is accredited to Aaron Sibrium. And his hashtag is Aaron, Sibarium, who apparently found this out first. And then Free Speech USA said, your community culture team at University of Michigan, no wonder tuition is outrageous. And here, let's see how, can't zoom in too much to that graphic, but you see how many line items, how many jobs is that? Let's see here. Maybe 10, 20, 30 employees. No, 132 employees on staff for DEI at the University of Michigan. 132. Yeah, that's ridiculous. 132 jobs. Sorry, 142. Now, the top paying job of the 142 bureaucrats is, I'm not purposely trying to, say people's names wrong. People have weird names. I have no ground to stand on. My name is Topping, but her name is Sellers Tabai Shavios, or him, I don't know. They are Vice Provost, Department of Vice Provost, Equity and Inclusion, $380,000. For that much money, you could buy half of the state of Michigan. Well, okay, that's a little exaggerating. Half of the housing in Detroit. That's more accurate, actually. The second is $251,469 per year. That is Hanson Tomiko Kim, Special Advisor to the President. Department is Equity, Civil Rights, and Title IX Office. Third is Elizabeth Cole, Research Center, LSA, National Center for Institution Diversity, $211,000. Kimberly Burton is a Diversity, Equity, Inclusion Manager, College of Engineering, $201,000 per year. That's insane. And it's just so ridiculous. 142 jobs. And again, this is by no means unique to the University of Michigan. I'm sure a lot of schools are like this. Can't but wonder if their donation rate from alumni will ever decrease because of the result of these types of cultural actions that they keep taking. I suspect they will. We saw a big blowback when Harvard had the whole debacle last year. But yeah, that is just insane. 142 bureaucrats. Now, one of the most handsome of all replies, a little biased, so I'm going to say this is from the Topping Show, me. And I say, quote, laugh out loud, that's why they were going to charge me $55,000 a year for out-of-state tuition. And Free Speech USA, who has also credited her hashtag as free speech _1A. And she was the one who also tweeted or posted about the infographic or that had all the job titles as well as the job amounts and the individual names. And she got 60 likes, and I got 3 likes. Paul Zazupa says, quote, these jokers only make things worse by trying to cover up their crimes, so silly gained 36 likes. Thomas says DEI is Democrat excuse for attacking on honest people. Getting 11 likes. 50 Trump is a picture of an old-timey guy, and it says busted, getting 16 likes. Let's see. Valkyries for Women says, quote, this is exactly what Trump told them not to do, or they would be prosecuted and defunded. Game 15, 16 likes. Yep. American Sublime says, defund them now. I'm sick of this DEI crap, getting 16 likes. Also, stop having the government guarantee student loans, and you'd fix the problem overnight in terms of these high tuition rates. These schools have only incentive mechanisms to increase the cost of goods sold because they know these loans are guaranteed by the government no matter how useless the degrees are. Also, be a lot less underwater lesbian basket weaving if the loan was not guaranteed. Because guess what kind of job you'll get after that? Barista, which there's nothing wrong with, but in terms of an ROI, paying off $250,000 loan with a barista degree is not easy. No, if it's for Michigan, if it's $60,000 per year, it's a 4-year degree. $240,000 for a bachelor's degree, which would take you how many years to pay off if you got a barista Starbucks job? Granted, Starbucks is a pretty good company. You got, healthcare options as well as, even dental over there. And you get some free coffee. But realistically, it would take you, 58 years to pay that off if you got a Starbucks job? Assuming you don't climb the corporate ladder. It's like, geez. And again, if they weren't guaranteed, the schools would only have valuable degrees. And obviously, yes, some degrees are better than others. Obviously, the ROI for a lawyer or doctor degree makes sense. That you'll probably get your money back and make a profit. But again, culture studies, politics, a lot of BS degrees, even business. I had a couple great professors. I met some really good people and, great opportunity to meet folks and little networking. But I learned more in the first year starting the business than 4 years of being in school learning about business. And I was saddled with those stupid loans still, even with the scholarships. So it's like, in theory, I'll pay it off this year. I'm on that track to, pay it a little bit early, thankfully. But it's, ridiculous. And again, Trump said, don't do that. So we'll see if anyone's actually, gets any fines or prosecuted. And again, I'm pretty pessimistic how many of these things will actually get weeded out of these schools, these institutions, versus just a futile attempt to rebrand as we saw here. Or in this case, it just deleted some stuff off the page. So I suspect it'll probably be done like this until there's actually brought to a court. And which at that point, I do think once you have a court case and it's actually being prosecuted, you will see a domino effect of people actually complying with the law. But we'll see. And hopefully college campuses will actually be diverse someday in terms of diverse of ideals. One of my favorite books is Brainwashed by Ben Shapiro. I had to check out the shelf. And he talks about the cultural institutions and colleges having, on average, the professors being 90+% liberal and leftist. Which again, I would argue colleges were supposed to be a place where you debate ideals. Shoot, that's what it should have been. That's what it was way long ago. We actually learned things. Philosophical discussions, brainstorming for new ideas, businesses. It wasn't just an indoctrination center. And it's unfortunately fallen much. It's fallen much like that. And Charlton Heston warned us about this decades ago. He was a former, actor, but also head of the NRA back when the NRA actually, I'd argue, did more fighting for gun rights. But yeah, hopefully things get better at college campuses culturally. But I'm a little pessimistic. But let me know. Do you think things will get better there anytime soon? As always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, try to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or a comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make sure better and better. Don't forget, first Q&A live stream is going to be February 22nd, 6 p.m. Texas time, or some people call it Central time. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your enemies, heck, tell your coworkers, tell everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.